Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. At this point, Shakur Stevenson is either stupid, he don't want no smoke, or he don't believe in himself. It's time for y'all to pick one. And at what point do we start putting the onus on him to show us that he really mean what he say about wanting to prove that he's the best and wanting these big fights and wanting these opportunities? At what point, bro? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with KC Boxing Network, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. The email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking, though. So, I wanted to make this video. I shot a video yesterday about the Shakur Stevenson, Zepeda situation. Go check that video out because this is going to be a continuation of that. But I'm not speaking on the same things that I spoke on in that video. We already talked about Shakur Stevenson's bad decision with Zepeda, deciding to turn down the turkey offer, all that stuff. But I want to just ask in this video, in its totality, and just wonder, at what point are we going to just call Shakur Stevenson for what it is, bro? Based on his decision-making, based on his actions, either he don't believe in himself, he's stupid, or he don't want smoke for real. Straight up. Going back to his decision-making with Devin Haney, going back to his failed negotiations and preliminary talks with Tank Davis, and now this Zepeda issue, we can't help but wonder, how come every time it's the biggest fight of his career, it's always some bullshit in the game, and he's always the common denominator? Simple question. When it comes to Devin Haney, 75-25, you don't want to take that. I understand that. I took up for Shakur with that. The mandatory split is 70-30. He went to the sanctioning bodies, asked for 50-50, but said he would take whatever they land on, his team and him, knowing that the minimum they would do is 70-30 for mandatory split with the champion as a WBC mandatory. I was on his side with that. Now, there is a great argument out there from the other side that, look, bro, you call Devin Haney's bluff, you take that little 25% in the meantime, and the rewards are you beat Devin Haney ass, you get the best name on your resume, and now the entire division runs through you for the foreseeable future since you got all the belts. Every mandatory is yours. Every big name got to fight you to become champion. So, either he didn't want smoke with Devin, he was stupid and overplayed his hand, or he didn't believe in himself and take the lesser split to get the bag. I mean, to reap the benefits of beating Devin Haney ass, which was being an undisputed champion, unified 2 times, and showing that everything got to run through him. Now, I'm on Shakur Stevenson's side. Like, you don't take less than your mandatory split. You don't want to set that precedent. Okay, that's one instance. You played your hand. I can see why you played your hand the way you did. It didn't work out, but you still were able to become champion. You became the WBC champion anyway, fighting for that vacant that Devin Haney vacated when he moved up. Wasn't hard on him about that. But now when you think about that decision and you couple it in with the Tank Davis decision of, I'm a free agent and I don't do everything I can to get the Tank Davis fight, I try to play it like we on even grounds. Oh, he reached out to me, but he never called me back. But you ain't call him back. You ain't chased that fight. You chased the bag. Oh, Matchroom giving me a big bag. Turkey over here. Top Rank lowballing me. 5-fight deal for $3 million. Tank and them only want 1 fight. I want a multiple fight deal. I want to lock up my career. You make that decision too. Either you stupid because you know Eddie Hearn roster. You know he ain't got no fighters. Or you don't believe in yourself because you know Eddie Hearn roster. You know can't none of them dudes fuck with you. Or you don't want smoke for real, because you know all the guys that you called out are fighting on other promotional companies, but you signed to Eddie Hearn anyway. In that time, Williams Zepeda becomes your mandatory. He becomes your mandatory. Turkey promises you a number, lets you tell it. But he still offers you to fight at a lesser number. Do you take that fight? No, it's less than Padley. Turkey ain't got the money that you thought he had. But beating Williams Zepeda again puts you in a great position. You exercise your mandatory. You put yourself in position to be able to get voluntaries and be able to get unifications. And if you're smart, you realize that if you take this shit to purse bid, who gonna bid on it? Williams Zepeda's promoter? No. And if he do, it's gonna be for less than what Turkey doing, because he's in cahoots with Turkey. He not gonna upset the apple cart. He not gonna upset the guy that's been funding his entire company. Who gonna bid on it? Your promoter gonna bid on it? Matchroom? Eddie Hearn said he'll do whatever Turkey want him to do. If Turkey wants to do this, this is what the fuck we gonna do. You think he gonna go against Turkey for you? With one fight left on your deal, let you tell it? PBC ain't gonna bid on the fight. Top Rank ain't gonna bid on the fight. So again, either you stupid, because you don't see all of this, you don't want smoke, or you don't believe in yourself. Because someone that wants smoke and believes in himself is gonna say, I'm going to cook him. You called him a mismatch. No problem. Give me what it take. I'm going to beat his ass, and I'm getting out my contract anyway. This is my last fight. Let me exercise my mandatory in my last fight, whoop his ass, and get the fuck on down. So that I can go make them big fights with a Loma, them big fights with a Tank, them big fights with a Muratala who might have Loma's belt. Because I don't want to fight my fake brother for real. My fake big brother. Don't want to fight him. My fake big little brother don't want to fight him. But I want Pitbull. I want Tank. So I want Rayo. I'll fight Gary Antoine. I want Ryan Garcia. I want Lomachenko. I want Muratala. I want Tiafimo. I want all these guys that are fucking with Top Rank and PBC. Top Rank and PBC are coming together. Let me get out the last fight of my deal, exercise my mandatory, and let me get over there where the smoke is at. Now you're putting yourself in a position to where you may end up dropping your belt. So at what point do we blame Shakur Stevenson's decision making for him not getting fights and stop blaming people ducking him? Williams Zepeda was good to go in this one, y'all. Tank Davis and them wanted one fight, y'all. Top Rank offered him a 5-fight, $3 million a fight deal, bro. At what point do we look at Shakur Stevenson and say, your decision making is either stupid or you're doing this shit on purpose to get an easy bag? At what point? Because see, you go over the Top Rank, 5-fight deal, 135, 140. They got Loma over there. They got Muratala over there. They got Tio over there. They got guys like Elvis Rodriguez over there. They got Lindolfo Delgado over there. They got Abdullah Mason over there. They got Tiger Johnson over there. They got a stable full of top-notch prospects, high-level contenders, and people that's about to be champions and shit over there from 135 to 140 and shit. That 5-fight deal might be some smoke in there for your ass. That 1-fight PBC deal with a rematch clause for Tank Davis, that's all or nothing for your ass. But yet we always see these decisions from Shakur Stevenson where every decision he makes always seems to put him in the ability to, in the position to make as much money as possible for as little risk as possible. And when it come time for a risk, it always be some bullshit in the game. At what point do we look at him and be like, all right, bro, the Devin Haney situation, let's all blame Devin. The Tank Davis situation, let's all blame Tank. This Williams Zepeda situation, let's all blame William. Let's all blame Zepeda team. Let's all blame Tank team. Let's all blame Top Rank team. So everybody in boxing, it's their fault except his for what's happening to him. No. He been tricking the game for too long. He got y'all fooled out this bitch. Y'all are fooled. Not food. Fooled. He got y'all fooled out here, man. Because somebody that won't smoke, somebody that believe in themselves, somebody with people in their corner like Jay Prince and Josh Dubin that understands the lay of the land, can look at this shit and be like, I don't want to go to purse bid because I don't need the world to know my true value. I don't want to go to purse bid because the people that will potentially bid on this fight, both my promoter Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya, they already are going to Turkey to make the fight anyway because they don't trust they can make it themselves. So if I take this shit to purse bid, I can end up getting less money. I got one fight on my deal anyway. I'm going to take this fight, I'm going to whoop his ass, and then I'm going to get on down because these motherfuckers bullshitting. Turkey not who I thought he was. But luckily, I only got one fight. And it's my mandatory. Let's get it cracking. That's what somebody who really want big fights, who really believe in themselves, who really know they about to cook somebody, that's what they would do. Not try to milk the cow when there ain't no milk left. Try to get as much money as you can. You're going to fuck around and fuck yourself out because if Turkey take that shit off the table, you ain't got no leverage nowhere, bro. If that shit go to purse bid, they can all let Oscar De La Hoya win that shit on purpose. Because Eddie's loyalty will not be to you. It'll be the motherfucker that's funding him. You're a cost for Eddie. That's why he ain't made no fights for you. Better wake the fuck up. Eddie ain't made a single fight for you, Shakur Stevenson, but you're calling the best promoter in the world because of how he talk. That boy got you fooled out here. He ain't invested in you. He ain't put you in Jersey. He threw you on the undercard in Saudi Arabia because he didn't want to pay shit for you. He didn't want to invest in you. See, he tried to sign you to a 2-3 fight deal so you could try to milk it and see if he could potentially get some money off of Turkey and then try to see if he can get Tank Davis and him to bite. That's what he did with you. He ain't invest none of his money in you. He ain't invest a cent of Matchroom's budget into you. And guess what? Turkey is funding his Anthony Joshua shit. He's been funding his Jerome Boutin shit. He funding Eddie right now in America and abroad. Putting on big cards in the UK for him and shit. Man, he ain't finna upset that shit for you. So let that shit go to purse bid. Turk gonna be like, you want me to keep doing this shit, Eddie? Don't you bid on that fight. And if you do, this is the number I gave him. You bid less. Oscar, you bid less too. Because you know we funding your ass for sure. It's all them against you, bro. And you put yourself in that position. At what point do we blame him? Oscar and them, Turkey and them, they trying to get that belt up off you, bro. They trying to get that belt up off you, bro. Know that. And I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. You made a dumbass decision going over there. Don't keep making dumbass decisions making it worse. And at this point, we got to look at Shakur Stevenson and ask, are you stupid? Do you not want to smoke or do you not believe? Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.